Good morning. I'm glad you could join us. How's your Christmas season going? So I wanted to do some shopping the other day, and the church, for Pastor Appreciation, gave me a gift card and they gave Heidi a gift card, separate gift cards. Heidi's was for Home Depot because, well, she's the one with like chainsaws and drill guns and all kinds of stuff like that. But anyway, they gave me just a generic one, a Visa one. And so I went to activate it yesterday and so that I could use it. And lo and behold, somebody else had already used it. I think it was in Georgia. I won't mention the name of the store. And they used 3/4 of the card to the penny. I don't know how that's possible. I don't understand how a lot of stuff works, but the card was still sealed. It would seem to me that they would have to get the numbers off the card and they wouldn't be able to see them. But so then I decided to get on the phone. I made 8 phone calls. I won't go into all the things that happened with the first number. I called 3 different numbers. I finally got a person, but she said, I can't help you with that. And so I tried another number. And finally, in the end, I was told that now I can fill out this form, I can send it in, and sometime, maybe early in the year 2022, according to the agreement, I will get back some of the 3/4 that was taken. In the meantime, I don't want to use the card because I don't want to use it all up because then it'll be invalid and I don't. Can you feel my pain? And there was an hour of time that I just didn't plan on spending talking to all these people and listening to voicemail messages or whatever they are. In the midst of all this too, I found out that the sewage had backed up in the parsonage again. There's a problem with the furnace. Also, there's somebody else, has nothing to do with the church, but they're vying for the MAPE. You know what the MAPE is? It's the MAPE, most annoying person ever. It's just the world we live in, right? And you know, the beautiful thing about Christmas is Jesus chose to enter your world and my world. He didn't say, oh man, things are messed up down here. I'm getting out of here. He didn't come and say, this is really bad. No, he dealt with the bad that you deal with head on. Jesus came to walk in this world with you. And he's still alive. His Spirit is here and with us. He entered our broken world. You know, I marvel at both the fact that our world is so beautiful. I just looking back at some of my pictures from some of the hiking I've done last year for my life, it's just, I have been so fortunate to go to some of the most beautiful places in the world. But then I also see the brokenness, and I get to hear some heartbreaking stories from people. And how do some of these things happen? I don't know. But I see both the broken and the beautiful. I love the words of Jesus to his disciples on the night before he was betrayed by Judas. He says, I've told you all this so you may have peace in me. He's telling us bad stuff's going to happen. We don't like to think that, but he knew what he's talking about. He said, here on earth, you will have many trials and sorrows. You can take that to the bank. It's going to happen. And some people will get worse than others. And you know what? Big picture, the stuff that I'm dealing with, it's small potatoes. It's not that bad. I know some people that go through some really, really difficult stuff. But Jesus says, take heart, because I've overcome the world. Jesus came to reverse the curse. Just preached on this past week. And I'm inspired by Joseph. I saw it in the movie, the Christmas movie, Chosen. Joseph, when they finally realize where Jesus is going to be born, and there's the manger and there's the animals around, just the incredible disappointment, and he ends up shoveling the manure. I mean, can you imagine you're a proud first-time dad, and this is where your wife is going to have your first child? Do you know something that inspires me about him? He never lived to see the water turn to wine. He never lived to see a miracle. He never lived to hear Jesus preach. There had to be days where it's like, man, is this worth it? So much excitement, you know, with the birth of Jesus, the shepherds, and different things like that, the mysterious magi that show up. But then so much hardship. How about your life? Do you think, is it worth it sometimes? I think if we were to ask Joseph now, was it all worth it? He'd say, absolutely yes. But many times it didn't seem like it. May I suggest to you that that's your life? You may not feel like it's worth it now. But someday in eternity, looking back, it'll be absolutely, positively yes. God bless you. Have a great Christmas season.